and I want there to be interesting papers in stance.
Stance is an international undergraduate philosophy journal. We work with undergraduate students from all over the world. They submit their philosophy papers, and we read them and review them and publish a journal at the end of each year.
Everyone wants to give it
A really great opportunity for students to get professional experience in creating a journal and working with a team of other students.
So this journal is totally run, operated, produced for and filled by undergraduate work, and then all of our papers as well as everything that goes into the journal really is all undergraduate done.
And we give feedback to every single person that submits, whether we reject your paper or accept your papers. That's really what sets Stance apart from the rest of the pack.
Philosophically, like, it's an original idea. We don't usually think of that, but like, there's no argument here. I just can't find an argument.
I think the benefit of having a journal run by undergraduate students is that we get this valuable professional experience. We make all of the decisions, we run the entire show essentially. It's great to just have that level of responsibility as an undergraduate.
And ideally make what we final decision on what we are R&Ring.
I personally love seeing all the philosophy of different undergraduates around the world, the ideas that they're thinking, so some of them are truly original and amazing.
I love that Stance gives undergraduate philosophers a platform on the same scale and on the same level and with the same level of professionalism as professional philosophy journals. Philosophy, I think, isn't something that's limited to the realm of people that have a degree or have some kind of certification to do it. You don't have to be No one has to tell you that you can do philosophy. It's just something that happens.
So often PhDs get really into like the specific little like nuances of this and that theory or this and that concept. So when undergrads want to do work in philosophy, it's about kind of more grounded, real things. So you're going to see a little bit more of an applicable and often more like interesting field of discussion.
Then also we get the process of working in as a team. We get to bond and work together and overcome problems and difficulties.
I don't think every paper should be that, but I think that when it comes to papers like it, this is one.
Stance is divided up into teams of associate editors, content editors, and external reviewers. Our social media team, our design team, our copy editing team.
We have a call for papers early in the fall semester.
And then over winter break, we all kind of give up our break to read the papers that are all submitted. Usually we get about 100 to maybe even 120.
And then further discuss them to decide which ones we think are good Stance papers, after which we'll write, revise, and resubmit letters to send to the authors to make small changes in the papers so that they can be the best they can be before we publish them.
And from there, we choose the papers that we want to include in the journal. That's at least how it is from the associate editor and content editor's standpoint. Of course, Stance is so much more than just that. We've got our copy editors, then we've got our design staff.
We start by designing a cover, and then once the papers are finalized, lay out each paper in the journal and come up with an original piece of art that represents the papers.
Every single decision you make in your lives, I think, is influenced by philosophy in some capacity.
Understanding how we think and why we think, understanding the world in a different, more deeper, complex way.
Having a philosopher at hand to look at ourselves and say, where are we going? What are we doing? What's really the meaning behind what we're doing is a really helpful thing.
As a non-philosophy major, I think it's really great to learn so much about philosophy in a setting like Stance. I get to learn about philosophy in this kind of real-world environment where I'm learning, how can it be applied. Even just as someone who just reads the papers to check for grammar and clarity and things like that, I have learned so much about different viewpoints and ways to think about things, and I think that's really valuable.
It's just interesting to see the different things we're passionate about and the different things we understand and are interesting to us, and it's really taught me how to pitch ideas to a different crowd than I'm used to, and that's been a great experience.
Well, like a tutorial paper, which is fine, but I think that we have a lot of really, really, really cool papers.
It is well written, and I think there is value in having something.
So are we confident? Well, we'll take a vote.
I am supporting and R&Ring this paper. I like this paper.
I think the biggest growth I've seen working on Stance is my ability to not only read philosophical papers and critically analyze them, but also my ability just as a writer myself. Because when you're reading all these papers and you're seeing what people are doing really well and what people can improve on, you see that happening within your own writing almost involuntarily.
I have kind of gained a new perspective on a lot of things. It's also helped me grow as a professional. Now I can say that I have 2 years of copy editing experience. You know, I can put that on a resume. It's helped me become a better leader and also, I think, a better coworker and teammate.
I've grown to be more confident in what I'm doing, and then also just the ability to analyze papers for like quality.
One of the great things about it is it helps you develop like, not only academically, of course, you're going to get better at reading, you're going to get a little bit better at writing, all that sort of thing, but it also helps you grow as a leader. There's no class that I've taken otherwise that kind of challenges you in that way, because not only do you have to exercise power, but you also have to know when, you know, so those are 2 really wonderful things Stance does for you.
I think the most enjoyable part of working on Stance for me is getting to work with the other students. Everyone in Stance is really amazing and they're all such hard workers and really awesome people. And I love getting to interact with them and work with them every week.
We've been together, same classroom, same time, all year, and we've kind of grown close together through like the conference trips and the team bonding activities and working together in class. So I think the community of like friends that we've built in Stance has been my favorite part.
It's been really cool to look at the work I've done with this amazing team, to look at all of the things we've produced together. Undergraduates being so empowered that they can create a like New York Times bestseller list quality journal.